talk to the women in business, the backbone and the support structure of this very country. In case you didn't know, 40% of all new businesses are created by women, and women have a 30% better chance of sustaining a business past 5 years than men. It's because of the strength in women that creates that success. But women, I want to talk to you a moment about the hats that you wear, the multitasking, the stress, the overwhelm, and why you may feel like you don't have enough time in the day to create the success in your family, your business, your home, your children, and your marriage altogether. It's tough. Just the thought of it brings overwhelm. And that incessant thought of how you're creating it is causing some stress in your life. You're feeling exhausted at the end of the day. You're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, some of you, in your business, and in your family, and in your life. An incessant thought about how things should be creates stress. It creates overwhelm. It's creating thoughts about something that you cannot control. And I want to teach you that intentional creators create success, and they don't think about what they can't control, but they stay in mental creation about what they can create today. It's what can I create? How can I create it? And how will this serve? If you're asking yourself that question and you're continually in that thought process, you're going to free up hours of your time, because hours of your time right now are spent in fantasy, thinking about how things should be, thinking about how things are going to be when your business is creating $1 million, when you're totally out of stress, when you're totally out of debt, when your marriage is beautiful, when your children are angels, when there's no problems in the world and you're living a life of worry-free. If you start to take a little stock in how far you're going in these thoughts, some of you are spending hours a day in these thoughts of how life should be, and then hours in these thoughts of incessant thought about how things could go wrong. Both of those are destructive uses of the mind. Fantasy creates an expectation that's not measurable. Imagine catastrophe creates all the worst case scenarios, and you may be posing yourself as a realist. And I want you to realize this. So many coaches have taught to incessantly think about how you want your life to be, and to live your life visualizing that car and that house and all that money, and visualize yourself playing in it and spending it, and just going into hours of thought about where you want to be. And then life's just showing up differently because you don't have the car, you don't have the house, the kids are screaming, your husband's arguing with you, and your business isn't sustaining. I want to compare it to this. If you told your son to go do his chores, go clean his room, and he sat at the kitchen table for 3 hours thinking about how he could create this, but never going into his room and cleaning it, will the room be clean? No. It's time to go into creation about how you can create this success, how you can create it, what you can create, how will this serve. This will free up hours of your time in life. You'll be amazed at what you can do. It's time to become an intentional creator. It's time to intentionally create the success of your life and your business, and put this together and learn to be in 100% presence in everything that you do. It's time to become an intentional creator, ladies.